Happy Sunday to all. If you notice, I paused there. That's what happens. You don't actually have a lot of sleep. Running on a couple hours. You guys, I think I was actually up. Didn't fall asleep till about 6 or 6:30 this morning. Anyways, I hope everyone is staying warm today. Actually got another cold front that's actually hit Texas, and I think it's barely right now on 20 something, 2022. Anyway, it's cold. So wherever you're at, I hope you staying safe and staying warm. This evening I wanted to talk about something. This is going to be a pre-recording for my Monday's mindset. But this is going to be a pre-recording. Definitely was a good example. I thought about something very important in regards to time management, if you will, in regards to your projects, your business, scheduling calls, interviews, sessions. Anyway, if you do not have any type of a scheduler or don't implement one, it can actually really cause a very stressful time, reduce your productivity. In other words, it's not too much you're actually going to get done. So I wanted to talk about that this evening. Like I said, it's going to be a pre-recording for my Monday mindset. So in other words, this time management plays a crucial role in productivity and your actually well-being, believe me. So I want to go over some stats and insights on its impact. Okay, the first thing we want to talk about, like I said, your productivity, which is pretty important, your increased output. Proper time management can increase productivity by up to 25% as individuals prioritize important tasks and reduce wasted time. Okay, so in other words, if you're not prioritizing what's important versus what's not important, in other words, that's when you're going to actually run into wasted time. Okay, time not well spent, if you will. And if you watch my video last week, my word for the year was anything I wanted to do, I want to do it intentionally. So in other words, be intentional when it comes to your time management and in regards to your scheduling for yourself. Okay, procrastination costs. Individuals, entrepreneurs, whether you are a worker or you're an employee, your business owner, spend 25% of their time procrastinating or being distracted, leading to inefficiency. Now, I'm going to stop on that one because and I know everyone probably already knows this. And if you don't, I'm going to create the awareness for you real quick, or you just don't want to believe it. But it's definitely probably 150% accurate. Procrastination, first thing comes to my mind as far as being distracted, is what? Social media. Uh, Most of us, most majority of us, and I would probably say 95% or maybe even more, that's where your procrastination comes from. I guarantee it. Whether it be Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, I don't care what it is. Most of the time, that's where you're being distracted. And if you don't get a rein on that time management, if you will, you're going to be procrastinating. I guarantee you do it every day anyway. So in other words, leading to inefficiency. Okay, deadline and focus. Individuals with clear schedules and time blocking are 18% more likely to meet deadlines and report higher satisfaction with their work, their business, or projects. Okay, multitasking myths. Multitasking reduces productivity by up to 40%, emphasizing the need for structured single tasking approaches. Now I hear and have heard, and which you probably still do a lot of times, and even when I was younger, definitely did a lot of multitasking. Not saying that I wasn't able to when I was younger, but of course, like I said, I'm not what they call a spring chicken. I'm not 16 anymore. So my point is, what they're saying is multitasking, the reality of it, it reduces productivity. These are stats up to 40%, meaning emphasizing the need for structured single tasking approaches than actually trying to do a lot of multitasking. Okay, so that's probably that myth that you've heard and actually still hear about right today. Okay. Let's talk about your well-being when it comes to time management. Reduced stress. This one definitely caught my attention because, believe me, being worried, stress, please believe me, don't want it in my life. Would do anything possible. Would take on any kind of tips and pointers, nuggets. If you're going to actually, if the information or whatever the task is going to help reduce stress. Don't want any, okay? Poor time management leads to stress. Read that again. Poor time management leads to stress. Is affecting, listen to this stat, 88% of business owners, entrepreneurs, even workers, who say they feel overwhelmed when they don't plan effectively. I want to read that one again. Poor time management leads to stress, affecting 88% of business owners, entrepreneurs, employees, who say they feel overwhelmed when they don't plan effectively. That's something to listen to. That's definitely a very important nugget, you guys. All right. If nothing else you take from the video, I would jot that one down. Anything that's going to reduce stress or have me not have any stress in my life, that's something worth writing down that I need to know and I need to change and implement immediately, ASAP. Work-life balance. Just throwing this in there. I'm a Libra. Was born in October. So in other words, it's work-life balance. Balance, period, means everything to me. If a friend of mine who's gone, rest in peace, bless his heart, he used to tease me, he used to say, he would say, boy, just tip your scale just a little bit. What he was basically saying, he could tell if something was out of balance in my life, if it just tipped it a little bit. I have created in the past years that awareness for myself to do anything humanly possible that I am in control and can change to get that balance. And a lot of us struggle. I would say once again, 95, not 99%, struggle with work-life balance. A lot of us do. Time management increases the perception of work-life balance by 24%, improving job satisfaction and reducing burnout. Time management increases the perception of work-life balance by 24%, improving job satisfaction and reducing burnout. That's something else that I would say is useful information, you guys. So in other words, if it increases the perception of work-life balance by 24%, improving that job satisfaction and reducing burnout, that's something that I would implement once again immediately into my life. Okay. Sleep patterns. Let's talk about sleep patterns. Ineffective time use contributes to sleep deprivation, with 35% of Americans reporting insufficient sleep due to poor scheduling. Now, with me saying what I've said, actually, like I said, just not laying down. Once again, that's just not the scheduling, but once again, unexpected circumstances that can happen to you in life. But once again, actually, what helped me today, even though, like I said, didn't get a lot of sleep, what it actually helped me, once again, though, was that time management. In other words, I already had two important things that I needed to actually do today. So I basically already had it scheduled, if you will. So I actually was ahead of myself, knew, and I already knew the time and had the reminder. So once again, it actually helped. Okay, it doesn't matter if my sleep was thrown off or not, because I once again already had it scheduled. So can you imagine if I didn't schedule either one of those? Okay, didn't put it anywhere and didn't get a lot of sleep and then try to do what I need to do today and be prepared and do what I needed to do. There was no way I could have. I actually could have completely and totally forgot. Once again, if I didn't have that time management, including schedule and already have it scheduled, okay? And Once again, sleep patterns, ineffective time use contributes to sleep deprivation, with 35% of Americans report insufficient sleep due to poor scheduling. Mental health, overcommitting leads to a feeling of anxiety, with studies showing that employees with flexible scheduling report 25% fewer mental health issues. You guys, that's another one. Very important. Read that one again. Overcommitting leads to feelings of anxiety, with studies showing that employees with flexible scheduling report 25% fewer mental health issues. Once again, I'm going to stop right there real quick, you guys. I am definitely an individual who definitely deals with or has been in the past anxiety, and actually didn't know what it was. In other words, when I had to go to the hospital a couple of times and had the tightness in my chest or whatever, and was thinking, like stroke, heart attack, or whatever, and come to find out that's what it was. I was dealing with anxiety. So in other words, I had to create that awareness for myself. And once again, work in progress, learning over the years. And that was one of the things, like I said, overcommitment or overcommitting leads to feelings of anxiety or dealing with anxiety. And studies showing that employees with flexible scheduling report 25% fewer mental health issues, you guys. Very, very important. Practical insights, effective planning, setting priorities, boosts work or your business performance by as much as 15%, helping to maintain focus on high value activities. Okay, effective planning. So in other words, what they're saying is something I actually was definitely a hard lesson to learn for me. In other words, is what they said, setting, like I said, their priorities in regards to activities, in other words, which was wasted activities. They shouldn't have been priority. In other words, is non-producing, if you will, activities. So you actually have to make sure that you're doing that effective planning and actually doing what's going to move your business forward, grow your business, grow yourself, or even, like I said, even if you're, like I said, an employee. But the bottom line is setting priority boosts work or business performance by as much as 15%, helping to maintain that focus on high value activities versus those low value activities. Okay, technology use, tools like calendars, task managers, and productivity apps enhance effective time use and leads to a 20% reduction in task delays. Once again, something that helps me, which a lot of people probably use Google. I love my Google Calendar, and putting in reminders and stuff definitely helps me. Later is another app that I have used in the past, in regards to if you're like a business owner, or how I say entrepreneur or whatever. Facebook Scheduler has one. YouTube Scheduler. Canva has a scheduler, and the ones I'm naming because I've used a lot of these, and they actually help Calendly, and that's what I actually use in regards to my coaching sessions, booking my coaching sessions. Asana was another new one that I actually just ran across. In other words, that's just some of them that I've had past experience with, and there are a lot of them out there, you guys, but I would say definitely find the one that works best for you, and implement it. And I would say implement it immediately. Okay, that's what they're actually for, to remove the stress, the anxiety, or worrying, but I gotta try to remember this, and what time do I need to have, when is that coaching session? Make sure you're not double booking, or make sure you're not forgetting something very, very important, because once again, like I said, we wake up every day, we don't know what the next 24 hours has planned for us. We can plan our day, but once again, do we actually know? No, we don't. So meaning something unexpected at any given day or time can actually happen. Okay, breaks and focus. Taking short breaks improves productivity and reduces fatigue, with 90-minute focus intervals being most effective for sustained energy. 90-minute focus. So in other words, that's what, an hour and a half, you guys. And most of us, if you're actually still out there in the work environment, you're an employee, most of you are actually not going to get that. And then in a whole day, you might get a 2 50-minute breaks, and then like a, what do they say, a 30-minute lunch or an hour lunch. So think about it, 30 minutes is actually only an hour. Like if you get a 30-minute lunch or two 15-minute breaks. Some companies actually still have hour lunches, most of them don't. Then the 15 minutes break, 30. So and that's close to that 90-minute. But I'm saying, and that's, like I said, once again, something that you really can't control if you're actually working for someone. But in regards to if you self-employed like myself, or like a business owner or an entrepreneur, that's very, very important to make sure on any scheduler that you're using, to make sure that you're fitting that in, even if it's not all within one session. Okay, but believe me, it's important if you're breaking those up, and it actually helps just stop and get away. And the reason why I say that's important as well too, I know I've been guilty of it in the past. Got better as I've gotten older, but sometimes I have to catch myself. Even like today, you guys, like I said, just fell asleep late this morning. Just actually this morning, didn't get a lot of sleep. But the bottom line is, thank God I had, like I said, my scheduler. I had two important things I needed to take care of today. But in other words, it's before I knew it, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I took care of the important tasks that I had out there. But then after was just like, just my stomach, like, hello, I'm here. So immediately, had to go and make sure I fed myself. I had to eat because and listen what it says, being most effective for sustained energy. Because after that, please believe me, that's what I was depleting. Now listen to what I said. If I didn't really fall asleep till this morning, and thank God, for about, I would say anywhere from about 4 to 5 hours, which is not good. The average is 6 to 8, which is usually definitely I need to use for my body. But in other words, still got up and did what I needed to do. But in other words, for sustained energy. So doing the important tasks, but still not taking, how you say, short breaks or whatever, or taking that break. In other words, in just doing what I needed to do today. That's why my energy was depleting, and I felt it. So immediately it was like, ah, you know what? You get something to eat. You need to get some energy. So in other words, that's pretty important, you guys. I actually just wanted to go over that with you today in regards to time management, and how much of a crucial role it plays in our productivity. Whether you, like I said, productivity, whether you're, like I said, an employee, or an entrepreneur, a business owner, or self-employed, like I said myself, and how important it is in regards to productivity and our well-being. In other words, is if you don't, and I challenge you today, if you do not have any kind of time management app or something, I would challenge you to get on it immediately, and I would say implement it today as soon as possible, because you will see the difference in your well-being. Once again, if you do follow me, I'm a transformation life coach, and how important it is. I talk about mindset and just having that energy, that well-being, that self-care, that self-love, if you will. If you're not, or if you don't have any kind of app, and when it comes to time management, it can wipe you out. You talk about burnout, not having the energy, just not taking care of yourself. You don't want to do that to yourself. It's a new year, 2025, so you actually haven't implemented. I would suggest, like I said, and challenge you to do it today. And also, if you don't mind, feel free in the comments. I would love to hear from you all, and even for my audience, and just share what time management apps that you do use, for other people can actually go check those out, because they might not actually know what's out there, or some good ones, or some ones that you use, just to share. Sharing is caring, you guys, to help each other to get on the right track in regards to time management. I'll be talking to you all soon. Take care, please. Stay warm. Take care of you all self and your loved ones. And I'll be talking to y'all again this week. Bye for now.